Now, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said an army would march from Khorasan carrying black banners, and they will march onto Al-Quds, defeating those in their way, and they will give victory, they will give support and assistance to who? To Imam Mahdi. They will make the way easy for Imam Mahdi. As we said, where is Khorasan today? In Iran, Afghanistan. We find that an army has appeared in the land of Khorasan. And what banner do they carry? Do they carry the banner of nationalism or Arabism? No. What flag do we find the Mujahideen flying today? The black banner of Tawheed. All of the Mujahideen forces carrying this black banner of Tawheed. And they will march from Afghanistan onto Al-Quds, granting victory and assistance to Imam Mahdi. Now, if we were to say this was possible 20 years ago, you would laugh. How can you march from Afghanistan onto Al-Quds? You're going to face the governments of so many countries. Yet look at what's taking place today. You find Palestine is in a state of war. Next door in Syria is in a state of war. Syria, you can walk in and walk out. To get across the borders, it's no problem. From Syria to Iraq, Iraq is also in a state of war. The borders are uncontrolled. You can walk straight through. There's only one country in between Iraq and Afghanistan, and that is Iran. I'm not saying that Iran is going to be attacked soon. I'm not saying that it will go to war, but it's very likely that it will go to war, so that the forces of the Mujahideen from Afghanistan will be able to walk through into Al-Quds unhindered, supporting the Mujahideen in their way until they reach Al-Quds and they defeat the Zionists. This is what's happening before us. Are we not awake? Are we not realizing this? Aren't we taking heed of the promise of the Prophet ﷺ and realizing what's happening before us today? Do you think that we're really that far from these times? History is repeating itself. We see that during the Crusades, the Holy Land, Ash-Sham, Al-Quds was occupied by the Crusaders. Central Asia, Baghdad, was occupied by the Mongols. What's happening today? Exactly the same thing. History is repeating itself. Al-Quds is occupied by the Zionists. Central Asia, Afghanistan, Baghdad is being occupied by the Americans. History is repeating itself. And just as they were defeated, the forces of the Crusaders and the Zionists today will be defeated. Except this defeat is going to lead to the greatest fitna that any of us have ever seen. Realize, dear brothers and sisters, that we're living in these times. That all of Ash-Sham is fighting. You find that many of the ahadith specifically tell you of what's going to happen. You find some of the weak ahadith. They're not sahih, but they're weak ahadith that say someone from Bani Kalb is going to oppress the Muslims. He's going to fight against the Muslims. And he will be ferocious in oppressing them. Who knows what tribe Bashar al-Assad belongs to? What tribe does he belong to? We don't know, we're asleep. He belongs to Bani Kalb. Why do we think that we're not living in these times? It's our own ignorance that makes us unaware of these things. The Prophet ﷺ told us that the black banner will be raised. Is it befitting, therefore, that we hide behind any other banner? That we fly the flag of Palestine hand in hand with the socialists and the communists, thinking that they're going to grant us victory? Allah will grant us victory. March behind the banner of Tawheed. March behind the banner of the true Mujahideen of the Ummah. Grant them your support and make dua for them, for they will be the ones who will grant victory to this Ummah. And realize that just as the Crusaders fought us, and we were weak, heroes of the Ummah stood up. Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, Saifuddin Qutuz, Nuruddin Zanki, Salahuddin al-Ayyubi. The heroes will arise from this Ummah today. And we see many of them among us today in this Ummah. Rise and be part of this. Don't fall asleep. We are in these times.